Blog Talk Radio.
So the bottom line is, do you care? Now, I remember when I was still in that zone of, it was about 10 years ago, I was going to a networking group, and I was driving there, and I was thinking, oh, my God, I never get any business out of this. Why does this happen? And I went there, and while I was driving there, I said, you know what, screw it. I care about people, and I'm not willing to go in there and sell people anymore. I'm not willing to do that. If I got to do that, then I'll go get a job working at some corporation so that I can be with people without some burning need to make them my client. And as I was driving there, I made a conscious choice that when I meet people, the first thing they're going to know about me is how much I care about them. And not how much I care about them because I'm going to do what I want with them. I'm going to care about them so much, I'm going to find out what they want to have an experience as. And I'm going to introduce them to that person if it's not me. And in that one meeting, I ended up with 3 clients. Mm-hmm. Now, at that time I was a life coach. Now I'm more of an author and a speaker and a coach. But at that time I was a life coach, and there were like 4 or 5 other life coaches in this group of about 80 people. And after about 3 or 4 weeks, I was accumulating clients left and right with this technique. Just an honest, authentic shift in my attitude. And one of the other coaches came up to me and he said, how do you do this? How do you end up, I've come to like 4 meetings, I have 1 client. You're getting like 4 clients per meeting. And I said, well, first of all, when people ask you, what do you do? What do you tell them? And he says, well, I tell them I'm a coach, and I tell them this is how I work. And I said, okay, so here's what happens to me. People walk up and they ask me, what do you do? They get coached. Right there. I'll say, what do you love to do? They say, what do you do, Greg? I'll say, what do you love to do? If this meeting right here today was an extraordinary 2-hour meeting for you, what would you walk out of here with right now? And I'll make it my job to make sure they get what they came there for. So here's how it works, Elizabeth. I'm coaching all the time. I'm improving people's lives all the time, and occasionally I get paid for it.
Okay.
If you on the line are doing something that you don't love, 80% of America's workforce says they'd rather have another job.
It's only 80%?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, there's some other statistics too. We got a 60% divorce rate, and the 3rd greatest cause of death among teens is suicide.
Wow.
People are not being authentic in their lives. And here's what's really at stake: self-esteem. Every week I work in a rehab center, and yesterday I was there working with the guys, and we got really deep into the topic of self-esteem, and it was wonderful to watch a bunch of people that had very low self-esteem realize that what self-esteem really is do I really value my life? Do I believe that the life that I'm in charge of, that my body, that who I am actually has value? If I really believe that, then I have high self-esteem, and when I walk into a room, I have something of value to deliver to other people. But if I don't value myself, if I don't see that what I'm doing is something I love to do, that I personally hold it as valuable, then how can I convince somebody else that it's valuable?